Play the Part was a song that was written by Jeff years back for an album that we had called A New Chairman. You can still buy it at iTunes. And it was kind of a light acoustic, fun pop number, but it was very applicable. The lyrics were very applicable to the story, so we decided to use it, but we had to punch it up a little bit and give it a little more of a theatrical feel, as we talked about with some of the other tunes.
And it's really interesting to look back in hindsight at how often I wrote. I didn't do it consciously, but I would write from Bible stories, and you see that with war stories. It's All Right, Nazareth being a song from Samson's perspective, and it's just it's interesting to me to take a Bible character and write from their perspective as if it were today, and try to reference things in such a way that it could be applicable today. That's what Playing Spec kind of was, and originally it wasn't going to be a part of the album, and we were afraid that it was going to get too heavy, and there wasn't going to be enough tempo to some of the songs, and I kind of originally said, let's do Playing Spec, just throw it in there, it'll be fast, and it'll be upbeat, and it'll be good, because originally the role of Jesus actually grew over the recording process. Originally we said I tagged Luke to be Jesus because I like the tone of his voice. He's got a grittier sound than Nick and I do, and I like that aspect of it for the role of Jesus, because I feel like sometimes Jesus tends to be the pretty boy, and he has like this nice clean voice that's soothing like a lullaby, and I wanted to kind of create a different view, and portray Jesus hopefully accurately, but from a different perspective than all the other rock operas and musicals have.
When Jeff and Nick tapped me to, in essence, vocalize the role of Jesus Christ and bring that to life, I didn't quite know what I wanted to do with that. I didn't know what kind of voicing I would want to give it. Would I want it to be big or epic sounding, or did I want it to be more intricate? I didn't quite know what direction I was going to take the vocal.
To include Playing Spec was a change in direction, I guess, because it was a song that was going to be Jesus exclusively, which we had not intended to do originally. But I'm glad we did. Nick kind of re-envisioned that song again, and Nick and I have a good dynamic that way, is when one of us is struggling, and it happened a lot on this project, was that I kind of would say, I can't think of anything for this song, so I'm going to give it to you and you can write it, and play the part, which is what we changed it to, because it's more applicable to the story and really what the gist of the song is saying. Nick really just went full on with that and the theatrical aspects of that song.
And so we changed it to kind of give it more character, and we added some parts to it and changed it around a little bit. And so it's not anything like the original song, but the lyrics pretty much remain intact.
A lot of people are probably like, oh, I wouldn't have picked this song this way, or wouldn't have thought to do it this way, and I'm actually really glad that we did it the way that it is on the album, because I feel like it further sets the tone that this is something different. It's something that we're trying to do to create an audio-visual experience, not just a CD with a bunch of songs that you'd hear, 3 minutes and then it's over. It really helps to create a scene, and we incorporate obviously a lot of elements that are theatrical in that song. That's probably the most theatrical up to that point, even including some dialogue there, which was kind of spur of the moment.
Well, we laid down that song, and with the marching sounding drums and stuff, they basically just gave me carte blanche to just feel out the song and sing and just do it. Just go in and sing, almost sing around the song. And that was the fact that they had confidence in me to pull that off was it felt good, that they just said, go make it your own.
Played upon like the hypocrite you've come to be. Exalt yourself up on your throne. Your outward's good, but inside is dead man's bone.